Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Wednesday, February 16th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is an actor, producer, and not only an actor and producer, but he's also a rap artist as well too. He's from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm super excited to have him here on my platform, Fashion Dolls. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and share this live with Rolando Breathwaite, Fashion Dolls. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are doing awesome this Wednesday. Let's talk a little bit about this evening's look. For this afternoon's look, I wanted to go for something that was very 90s inspired. I wanted to go for something that was very Madonna-ish. Because I seen Madonna and I was flipping through the pages of magazines and things today and I saw some inspiration. So always go back and refer back to the 90s because the 90s fashion trends are definitely making a staple and coming back. So, without further ado, I'm waiting on my very special guest to get here so that we can get right into this interview. I'm super excited. Special thanks to the Glam for making sure that we're right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our very special guest, Rolando. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let me add him back. Hello, 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 and
Hey, how
welcome
you
to the
doing? How you doing?
Dollhouse.
Hey,
I'm great. How are you?
doing well, doing well.
Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with our very special guest today, Mr. Rolando Breathwaite. I'm super excited for this interview. I'm glad that you're here. So before we get into this interview, tell us a little bit about 2022. How has 2022 been for you thus far, this whole entire year? Because I know we had some ups and downs and things like that. And we're now like in the middle of the month. So wait a minute, what's going on? Okay. All right, let me add him back. Hi, three times the T. Shout outs to my girl, three times the T. Shout outs to everybody if you're just joining in. Thank you. Make sure you guys share the live as you enter.
Can you
All
see?
right.
Can you hear?
Yes,
I
I
don't
can
know why
see.
it keep
Yes,
it
I can
keep
see.
I don't know what's going on. Um 2022 been it's been well. It's been well, a lot of things been going on. So, from the pandemic on to now, and a lot of things is opening up right now. So yeah, it's been going well so far. So, everything been good. I can't I don't have no complaints.
Okay, okay. So let's get right into this interview, Fashion Dolls. You were born in, are you currently in Little Rock, Arkansas? Little Rock, Arkansas?
No, I'm that's where I'm from. I'm currently in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, okay. So what was it like growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas? How many brothers and how many sisters?
I have I'm the oldest of four on my mama's side, and then on my daddy's side, I got three brothers and I got four sisters. One of them passed away, but I got some twin sisters as well on my daddy's side.
I'm
So I got a
sorry.
pretty big family. Um, yeah, that's on the East Coast, out there in the DMV.
So, how did you get your start into acting? Because you're not only an actor, but you do music as well too, and you're a producer.
Yeah, and also a dad comedian as well. I got a show Sunday.
I've seen some of the clips.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when I came out here, I was doing the music, and then being in the entertainment. Um, Met this girl. She told me about this play, and she said, "Hey, I think you should audition for this play." And then I auditioned for the play, and I ended up getting it, and I ended up enjoying it. And after that, it was I got bit by the acting bug, and I started, figuring out what my next steps to do. As far as like getting managers and getting training and all that.
So, who's some of your favorite actors and musicians?
Oh, My favorite actors, of course, Denzel. Uh, let's see, I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I like. Let's see who else. I like Samuel L. Jackson. Um, yeah, those are some of the few that I that I watch and I grew up on.
The ones that I've gotten the most when I ask that question on my platform has to be Denzel and Samuel Jackson. Never gotten Leo, but great choice, great choices. So if you could collaborate with any, what would be your top three choices? Who would you like to collaborate or work with in the future?
Denzel, cause he doing some he doing movies. Will Packer. Um, I tried some Tyler Perry, um, Issa Rae.
Mm,
Um, yeah, those are some of the top ones that I would like to work with.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. And it's funny you mentioned Denzel because you also were in the Training Day TV show. So tell us, what was that experience like for you? You were one of the bangers on there. And you have a very extensive catalog of work, which we'll get into throughout this interview. But what was it like being on set? What's running through your mind when you're on set, when you're into character? Like, is it just straight into go mode? Or is it just like, wow, this is so surreal. This is unreal for me. So what's it like for you when you're on set?
Yeah, it was like that at first, and then you get into it, and then you get into your character. Then they shoot it 100 times, so you just give them different ways and different cuts, and although I really enjoyed it. It didn't really feel like work. That's when I knew I was like, yeah, this is something that I can do for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's go down the list here because you have some very prolific, some great work that you've done. You have a very extensive catalog. You also produced Unsolved, which is a story about the murders of two of rap's most biggest icons, and that's Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. You did American Gangster. You did Noodles. You did, of course, Training Day, and the list goes on and on. Um, what was it like working on set producing that particular project? The Unsolved, which is the story of Biggie and Tupac.
Oh, I really enjoyed that because I'm a big and Tupac fan. So now that right there, that was really surreal as well. Yeah, and had some great up and coming actors. Mark Rose, who did well portraying Tupac. Played the producer, told him to get out the booth. He came down and blew down on me and cussed me out. Like Tupac be doing. Um, yeah, that was a real great experience. I really enjoyed that. Got a chance to put on the Death Row chain, and yeah, it took a lot of pictures, a lot of memories. And the scene came out great after I seen it on TV. And yeah, man, it was yeah. I really enjoyed myself. That was a great experience.
For this particular project, did you ever find yourself like, okay, watching the actors portray these iconic music giants and just the memories, that nostalgia, have you ever felt yourself like in an out of body experience or a trance? Because that has happened, when I'm gonna use Angela Bassett, for example. When she did Tina Turner, she said she literally had to train like crazy for Tina Turner. And it was just kind of like, okay, I need to detox and get this character out of me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever kind of had that experience? Like, wow, that's happened. I can't believe it. It's just like yesterday.
Um, Not yet, because when I take because I haven't portrayed nobody that's living or in. I mean, that's like like other actors or other legends. But as far as like I put my characters together, well, it is. I guess you can kind of say it's kind of like I understand what she was saying when she said she had an out about experience, but not yet. I can say not yet, but I give my character a walk, talk, give him his own swag, and when when I come up with my backstory and everything. But Not yet, but I know it's coming.
So if you could portray anyone in a bio, or if anyone would portray you in a bio, who would be your top choice? Who would portray Rolando?
Who would put? You say who would portray me
Yes,
in
who
my
would play
movie, or
you
who
in a
I want to
bio?
portray?
Mm-hmm. Both. Both.
Um, I believe I could do. Let me see. I'm trying to think of somebody. I'm a big Ti fan. I believe I could do him. One of Masterpiece stories. I believe I could do one of those. I heard he got a few coming out. I could do one of Masterpiece stories. I heard Jay Prince got one too. A life story coming out. I believe I can portray someone in that camp as well. And as far as myself, I feel like I got to keep going. I feel like I got to keep going. I don't have nobody in mind just yet.
It's coming. It's coming. With these catalogs that I just called off, it's definitely coming. Just keep building up and building on. And speaking of music, because we talked about Biggie, we talked about Tupac, we mentioned Ti. Musically, who inspires you? Who are some of your favorite artists? And if you could collaborate with any, who would be your top choice?
You said who what?
If you
I didn't
could
get the last.
collaborate with any, yeah, I said if you could collaborate with any artist, who would be your top choice?
Well, you talking about music or acting?
Yes, music, music.
Music. I go with Ti. I go with Erica Badu
Ooh,
and Nas. I go with Nas, Pastor Troy. It's a lot with the music. I got. Yeah, it's a lot. I got a lot of influence. Got a lot of influence, but yeah.
okay, okay. So what's the writing process like for you when you're writing your music? Because I know every singer, every songwriter, every rap artist out here likes to have a certain element when they are recording and writing their music. You've mentioned Erica Badu, and one thing she was known for, I was watching her performing on, it was a BET special. And when she came in, she brought the ladies with the head wrap. She had the incense. She had the candles. Like Erica's in her element. So for you, what element do you like when you're writing and recording your music?
Me, when I go in the studio, it's all about the vibe of the beat. The beat puts me in. So if I hear a beat and or even if I hear a feature and I get inspired, like different things inspire me, but it's mostly the production. It's
Okay,
mostly the
okay.
production. Yeah.
So on average, how's a studio session with you? Like, is it chaotic? Do you like a lot of, because I know there are artists out there that don't like a lot of people in the studio. For example, Faith Evans, Janet Jackson was one of them. It's so many, that don't like a lot of people in the studio. It's like, okay, I'm getting distracted. So what type of element in the studio do you like when you're recording your music?
Oh, mine. The more the merrier. Whoever want to come. Cause I love the energy and yeah, I love the energy. So I'm a people person. So as long as they got good vibes, yeah, of course,
Okay,
they can come.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So we know 2021 to now 2022 has been a hectic and chaotic, and it seems like it's still going on and going on and on and on and on and on. So what keeps you balanced? What keeps you grounded to keep going to say, okay, this is something that I want to do? And one thing I commend you also for, Rolando, is being an excellent family man. I think you are an amazing family man. And it's definitely a balance with having to balance out family and then being on set and doing things like that. For you, how is it for you? How are you able to, balance it out, family and then doing your music and your acting and things? Because I know a lot of artists out here have been getting separation anxiety, from being separated away from their significant others, loved ones, family, mom, dad, whomever. But thank God for the power of technology.
Yeah. A lot of FaceTime up. Yeah, I am big with family. Family. I say family mean a lot, and as far as like what keep me going, you know, I like to go out in nature a lot, and I like to write. I write down my goals, and everybody gets knocked off. I feel down every now and then, but you always got to remember your why, and why you doing this, and what you want to do. And I didn't never want to be average or mediocre or anything, So it's all about your why, and and then your challenges. Things happen in everybody's life, and my biggest thing is how you bounce back from it. Because everybody got a story. It's like, well, what did you do? You know, what did you do to overcome that? That's your story right there. Everything that happens to you is developing your story. So when I face adversity, it does nothing but makes me stronger. Sometimes I have to sit back and see, like, take a look at myself and look at my life and figure out, like, do I need these people around, or why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it like that. They're saying it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. You know. So I try to look at everything. I try to look at the positive in every single situation, because if you look at the negative, it'll bring you all the way down. So I always look at the positive in every single situation, no matter what's going on. And try, so yeah, so that's one of the things that keeps me going.
One thing that really stood out to me that you just said is you like to write down your goals. And for me, I can connect to that because I love to do vision boards. I'm always planning and manifesting and making sure that I put things into perspective with what I want to do with my career or what I would like to do with this platform. I'm always brainstorming. So definitely for those of you, my fashion dolls that are watching this interview, I hope you all take that in consideration. And I know some of you do. Write down your goals, whatever it is you plan to do for the next year, whether it's with your career move or, moving into a new home, whatever it is, make sure that you write down a goal and invest and save for it. And my mom, she always told me that. I'm 28. So, coming into my own, I've had to learn that because I like nice things, but it's not about materialism for me. It's about budgeting and make sure that you save or whatever it is, but it's not about money either. But make sure you plan a goal, whatever it is. If you want to lose weight, whatever it is, write it down or manifest it, put it into a perspective of what you would like to do coming up in the next year, so on and on. So I had to ask that. For you, what keeps you inspired to keep going? Because I know there has to be something to keep you going in your music or your acting. Who or what inspires you the most?
Um, I lost my sister. I lost my cousin. I lost some relatives,
So,
and and where I come from, and not many people make it out. So when you lose people, and when you know where you came from, and the people that you lost are the ones that's always was rooting for you. I'm talking about rooting for you, like just even the littlest thing they see you in, or they hear about you, and they always calling, yeah, man, keep going. And anytime I feel down, I listen to their voice. I listen to their voice in the back of their head, in the back of my head, like, oh man, I gotta keep going. Cause they not here. Who else gonna do it? You know. And if they was here, they'll get mad at me for giving up or quitting or stopping. And then so I wake up and I got this breath in my body. I got to do something with it. You know. So that's so anytime I feel down or anything, that's what inspires me. Those people that I know that have my back, the ones that's living as well, but the ones that have my back, and they want to see me go further. And then I think about how far I done came, and where I came from, and where I'm at now. That's what inspires me. Like, I'm doing better than I was last year. I'm doing better than I was yesterday, or something, like that type of stuff. Like, I'm not in this same situation, and I don't want to go back to that same situation. So that's what inspires me. Yeah.
absolutely 100%. And another thing I can connect with you on, I lost my sister in 2018. So I know what it's like losing a sibling. It's the hardest kind of pain that nobody can fathom. Nobody will ever understand that. Me and my sister were real close. And we would always have conversations and just plan and put things in perspective. She was sort of like my mom is definitely in our lives, and she's still here, and I'm thankful to have both of my parents. But she was also like a second mom to me as well too, and I was like in a way a mom to her, so we kind of be mom to each other. And not only that, but we just had such a solid connection. So that bond is unbreakable. Nobody will ever understand that. So again, my condolences to you. My heart goes to you because I definitely can relate to you there with losing a
Yeah,
sibling. So I'm not
appreciate it.
gonna get all emotional over here. I don't have a box of Kleenex
Ah, no,
nearby,
no, 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 no. That's
and
good vibes. That's good vibes. I was just saying that inspired me. Yeah, yeah,
yes, yes. My makeup artist is not on standby, so I'm not trying to.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not trying to tear up over here. Not today. But I love what you said, which is I know that they're watching down over me, and they are. You know, I've lost grandmothers, I've lost relatives, I've lost uncles, so I definitely can relate to that. So it's all about having that solid support circle around you 100%. And for me, family is everything, 100%. All right. So we're going to do two games with Rolando here at Fashion Dolls. And the first one is going to be called the Rapid Five. Rolando has to tell me five things that he can't live without. And the second one is going to be called Turn the Tables. And this is where my guests get to know a little bit more about me, the viewers as well, too. Things that I like, things that I don't like. So they get to ask me questions uncensored and unfiltered. I'm so nervous because I do not know what Rolando is going to ask me. My heart is beating fast
It's
over here.
Rolando, Stevie.
Rolando, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. I do not know what Rolando is going to ask me, ladies and gentlemen. So my heart is beating very, very fast. But we're going to start off with the rapid five. What are five things that you can't live without?
Um, five things that I can't live without. Uh, like literally, just in my everyday life.
Some people will tell me food. It's different choices. So whatever you
Yeah,
decide.
yeah. Because I say food and water, of course. Food, water, music. Food, water, music. I'll say food, water, music. I love to travel. Uh, black women.
That's, that's four. You got one
Uh,
more.
um, let's see. Food, water, music. In the man. I say my automobile, cars. I like cars.
All right. That's
Yeah.
five.
Uh,
Absolutely. All right. Those are his top choices of things that he can't live without, fashion dolls. All right. You guys know what time it is. It is time to turn those tables. And this is where my guests get to ask me questions uncensored and unfiltered, as many as they want. I have no choice but to answer them. So thank God my co-host is not here because they be trying to get up all in my business and things. So I'm going to let Rolando here take the mic and ask me some questions, fashion dogs. All right, go ahead.
okay. How long you been doing interviews?
I started in 2016, so it's been about 6 years. Yeah. And the platform is still growing and progressing throughout the years to where I've started then, because I started right after high school. I went to beauty school and I said, what is, because our parents always ask us, like, are you going to college? What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do next? So I said, why not give people beauty tips? And then it just transitioned on throughout the years to doing interviews and, having guest co-hosts and things like that. So it's completely formatted different from when I first started. So,
Okay. And my who 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 do you want to interview? Your best interview.
who would I like?
Your big yeah. Who would you like to? Your top.
I
Everybody got that top person that they want to interview, and who is that?
My top choice I would love to interview would have to be Taraji P. Henson. And I say Taraji because her energy. I'm a bubbly person, a bright person, as you guys can see. I not just from my outfit, but I love color. I love life. I love to live. I love to be in the moment, in the present. And I feel like our bond would definitely be something because she is a very funny person. I've seen clips of her outside of the show Empire and things like that. And she is so funny. She's always singing and doing things, and I'm goofy like that too behind the scenes here in my show. So yeah, it would be Taraji P, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. That's yeah, I mean those are the two questions I wanted to ask. Yeah.
All right, all right,
Yeah.
all right, Fashion Dog. So that concludes the turn the table segment. My last question for you is, what else can we expect from you in the future? Could we see more producing? Could we see more music?
Yes, I have two films on the well, I got three on the way. Take a look out for Hyde Park Crenshaw. We the trailer be out for that soon. Um, I got another one that's in pre-production called uh, Appointment in South Central that's coming out soon. And the, Noodle's gonna get turned into a movie, so I'll be checking for that out soon. And then I got another one that I produced. It it got accepted into uh, a BAFTA award or some one of those festivals in London. So be checking that out as well. Yeah, so yeah, we got some big things coming up in 2022. So yeah, just trying to just grinding and just trying to make things happen. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be on the
And
lookout.
you are. I'm so proud of you. You are. I've checked out some of your work, your music videos, clips of you rapping and doing comedy and so many things. It is definitely coming. So it's all about manifestation. And that's the words
Appreciate it.
that I would give to anybody. 100%. You are so welcome. So my last question for you is, and then we're going to conclude this interview, is what advice would you give to, because I know you're such an inspiration to young men that are watching this interview. And for me, I get girls that DM me all the time saying Miss Stevie is such an inspiration to young women, young Black women, from speaking out, freedom and different things like that. For you, what advice would you give to young Black men that want to get into the industry of doing music or acting or producing? What gems would you give?
Um, I say your network is your net worth. So be careful of the people that you keep around you, and always network. Be yourself. Be true. Always be true to yourself. Always be genuine. Always be genuine. No matter what's going on, always be genuine. So I say network, be genuine. Um, uh, I know it sounds cliche, but you gotta like even though you get them bumps on the road, you gotta keep going. You gotta figure out your why and figure out what you want, and as a man, you got to figure it out and figure out your purpose, and keep going. Don't let nobody take you off your square. So yeah, I say that.
And I love that you said that. I love that you said
Yeah,
that because yesterday I was having a conversation with Kevin Leroy, who's also an actor as well too, and he was saying something. We talked about humbling yourself. Don't allow this industry to allow you to get such a big head, which is basically what Rolando here is saying. The same thing basically that Kevin said on my show yesterday, and my co-host Johnny also said that. Humble yourself in this industry. Don't allow your head to get so big where it's just like you can't tell me nothing. I'm not worried about this. No, humble yourself literally because this industry is a dog eat dog type of industry. And if you want to get into producing films or acting, make sure you know that this is what you want to do. Again, it goes back to what Rolando said in the beginning of the interview, and that is plan, write down, invest. So please do that.
and always invest in yourself and bet on yourself. Always, no matter what nobody said, no matter what nobody think, because don't nobody care until you make it anyway. So always invest in yourself. Always believe in yourself. I know it sounds cliche, but if you feel like you can do it, it don't matter what nobody else think. Cause when I walk around, they they may call it cocky, but you call it, but it's confidence. So always believe in yourself, no matter what. I don't care what nobody's saying. Yep.
Absolutely. Jim, spoken from the true man himself, ladies and gentlemen, Rolando. So let everyone know where they can follow you, where they can check out your projects and things.
But we got a lot of projects coming soon, so just check me out right here on IG. You can follow me LILROC 2010 Little Rock 2010. So yeah, and I keep y'all updated. And if you're in the Los Angeles area, I got a show at the Comedy Chateau Sunday at 8 p.m. 8:30, I think 8:30. I'm gonna put the link in the bio and everything after this. So yeah, yeah.
All right, fashion dolls, you heard it there. Make sure you guys please go and check out Rolando's comedy special this Sunday. Please do that. Please do that. Please go and support. We're all about supporting Black-owned businesses here on Style by Stevie Daytime. All right, tomorrow, here's what's coming up. 5 women, 5 voices. I'm going to be on the panel as well too, and it's going to be me and 5 other actresses and some fashion designers. So make sure you guys tune in for an all new episode of Girl Let's Talk. We're going to be talking about misogyny, colorism, and so much more. So this is going to be an in-depth conversation you do not want to miss. 6 p.m. tomorrow here on Style by Stevie Daytime. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's interview with actor, recording artist, and producer, Mr. Rolando. Thank you so much, and I
Appreciate it.
would love to
Appreciate it.
have you back on in the future.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you having me. All right. Yeah.
You are so welcome. Shout
All
outs
right.
to the one and only Miss JL Allison. Thank you. This interview will be saved. Take care, everyone.